All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin for NFC North Podcast, episode 170. Epic Bears comeback win versus the Packers in the Wildcard playoffs plus division playoff preview. Tell you what, man, I cannot remember a better win right now as a Bears fan. And just I'm on cloud nine, guys. So you can find me on NFLOutdated on Twitter X, on YouTube, on you can find us on Freezin #4 pod on the TikTok, also NFLOutdated on Instagram. Lots to get going here. Trevor, where can everyone find you as we get started?
You can find me in the depths of despair.
That's why you're on the bottom.
But online, you can find me everywhere. RevTrevNFL. Also, it's not a good week. It's not a good week. It's that's really a tough loss. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
Lots to get into. I'm ready for it all. You're right. It's not a good week. It's a great week. Seventh letter. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
Seventh letter 4, Twitter X, same OG, Instagram, Facebook. Good to see you guys. I have no dog in a fight, so
and we should the Skull Man should be joining us as well. Obviously, we'll do some post-mortem on the teams that are not in the playoffs.
We don't have to.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you guys? All right, an epic 20 game for the Bears. I did predict to win. I did say that 27 was going to be significant. I did not know, what it would play in. And I was telling you guys, I was watching the game in enemy territory in a Packer bar. And I was on one half of the bar where the feed was delayed. And the other half was the Packer side. And I would hear cheers in that first half. Anytime, Packers were moving the ball at will. It was disappointing. We left at halftime. I went and I just kind of like, well, let's just keep this close. So I'm going to let you start, Trev. So obviously you had to be feeling pretty excited in that first half. So talk about your experience with that that epic game, Bears Packers. Oh, did we lose you? Are you there?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
You're like
I was shutting down
half.
I was shutting down some apps so this can run better, and I literally shut it off. I went to sleep mode.
You're like the Packers defense in the second half.
Right, I know. Okay, first of all, the first thing I gotta say, Andy, is I'm proving you wrong right now. You say that Packers fans, when we lose, we don't show up. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. I'm sad we've lost, but I'm here. I'm here. Okay. That first half was glorious. It was everything I'd hoped it would be. It was 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Everything was clicking. The only thing that we couldn't do was run the ball into the end zone. But the plays that we had planned and schemed were phenomenal, and the wide receivers were flying out there. You're talking about Dobbs, you're talking about Watson, and you're talking, all these guys, right? So Reed, everyone was doing well. So that was just awesome. Jordan Love with 3 touchdowns. Looked like, this is it. But we talked about last week that the key was to have a good start. Bears usually start slow, and then you got to be able to put your foot on their throat and finish them, and that's where we struggled. So I hate being right about that. But that's exactly – why do you guys suck in the first half? That's what I want to know. I don't get it. But I liked it. It was fun.
So it's interesting, right? So I've heard a lot of different commentaries on this, and obviously when you talk about the first half, right, that they talk about that being a coach's half, right? The coaches script the plays and everything. So I think part of it, obviously, is what you're seeing is Ben Johnson still kind of getting a sense of what it is to be a head coach. and script those plays and really just try to execute. And Caleb Williams learning on the fly, what he's kind of expecting from him from those scripted plays, because we know that my guy unscripted is the best in the NFL. Caleb Williams, Jumpman Williams, Iceman is the best in the NFL unscripted. All right. But obviously I was frustrated. I thought it was over.
Same game.
It was the same game.
It was the same game as the last 5. Since Caleb been there. The first time y'all played him last year, y'all came back. The second time y'all played him last year, same game. The first time y'all played him this year, they just got the interception at the end. Y'all was about to come back again. The last game of the season before y'all played them in Chicago, y'all amazingly came back. It's the same game.
We did this versus the Lions too.
Huh?
We did this versus the Lions too.
Well, y'all got, because Caleb don't know how to play only one way. Hero ball. That's all you know how to play. And he just got enough talent, and he has talent. And I said that, like, he ain't afraid. So, like I said, if he ever learns how to hit a layup, y'all going to be blowing people out. Because the defense kept on giving y'all chances. And I'm like, why are the Packers playing like this? What is going on? And all of a sudden, they just kept on letting them blitz and never adjusted. The whole third and beginning of the fourth quarter, they didn't adjust to the end. So I'm like, why are they not, like, he blitzing you. Getting them off his spot. Y'all still didn't score. Nothing but field goals. And I'm like, all right, yo, they coming back. No, I left Buffalo Wild Wings. Somebody shit in the urinal. I said, this is disgusting. I'm out. So I left, and I just listened to it in the car. And I'm
probably
like,
a Bears fan.
I said, the fourth down, when y'all got to that fourth down, I'm like, nah, they might be. But I'm like, oh, he got that. Oh, it's over, yeah. That's almost like the helmet catch. Like
I couldn't really even in the moment, I just couldn't appreciate it. I was just so nervous. I was just kind of just so like, okay, is this over? Getting it in my head, ready for all the Packer fans, all the Bears still suck. We still own you, all that stuff. But what it ended up thinking, and this, Dre, this connects to you, good old Dennis Green, former Vikings head coach when he was with the Cardinals versus the Bears. And what did he say?
We are who they thought they were.
Bears are who we thought they were.
Y'all, listen, I'm going to be sick because it's like I'm looking at every team that's left in the playoffs and my stomach is hurt. Because I'm like, don't let these motherfuckers get to the Super Bowl before we did. It's so many, like, the way, like, look at the way the Rams looked last week. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing scary about them. Nobody in the NFC is scary because the Eagles is the only team that was kind of like, if they play right, they can beat anybody.
And they didn't play right. They didn't play right.
And we'll definitely get to that as well. The one thing that's interesting in the second half, so obviously the Bears stormed back, and I hate to say it, but and I think you're kind of right on some past things you said, seventh player, TJ Edwards. They kind of brought him in, and he was kind of like a name, and he got hurt, right? You never want to see a player get hurt. But when you brought DeMarco Jackson has really been a heck of a find, for the Bears this year. And when he came in, and he really has provided a spark to this defense. Not only that, Austin Booker is he's becoming a Packer killer. Obviously, Tom
play? Did Tom play?
Tom did not play. That was and that was part of it too, right? So
and that's what I said last week. I said if Tom does not play, that affects the game big time. He is phenomenal.
Well, it happened.
I like this. Bears, Broncos, Super Bowl, Orange and Blue Bowl. Yeah, about that.
God, that was.
I don't trust the Broncos.
Me neither.
I believe the Bears being talked about like
Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills and the Bears got the clearest path, in my opinion.
I tell you, all these people, everyone's sleeping on my Bears. I told you. What did I tell you? And you listen to all the players. I mean, obviously, the first half did not go how I thought it was going to go, right? But the cool thing about it is, like, they believe in Caleb Williams. They believe in their coaching staff, and they believe in all this. And I just want to get so Dre, what were your thoughts as you were watching this game?
I mean, I was surprised like that the Bears pulled it out at the end. Like I thought it was gonna be a blowout the first 3 quarters. Like even like Golden showed up to play well. Like like I thought the Packers could pull it out, but then I don't know what happened like in that fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was very, very surprised. I was I messaged Trev like offhand, if anything, like it was the random like weather-based home field advantage type of stuff that was good. If anything, give the Bears like a slight advantage, which I guess kind of was the aspects of it all, of how it played out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I was also like not confident going into it I'm not trying to say like I called the Bears like really winning because it was just kind of.
I did. I said it was a good matchup for the Bears. One thing I'm telling you, the biggest, Michael Parsons was a big loss. But on offense, losing that tight end took away a lot of toughness. The Packers this is why they always, the last couple of years when we were good, we used to beat the Packers because we were just tougher than they were. And without those players, they're a finesse team. And the Bears, they play a hard-nosed style. You know what I mean? They're going to run the ball 30 times. They're going to pass the ball on play action. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good matchup for the Bears. Like it just was. Like it was probably the easiest game. If y'all would have played anybody else, it would have been much tougher. I'm telling you. But the Packers was just waiting for you perfectly. Just hurt. Lost 4 straight. They didn't play last week, but they came out on hitting on all cylinders, and then the second half it just.
I was asking a lot of like Eagles fans like around here, and like asking like, how do y'all feel about like not playing starters, potentially getting the 1 seed? Because had they won the game, they would have got the 1 seed. Play the Packers. I do think they could have won that. Like just based on like they have on paper, like they could have won that. And then that would have given some, I don't know, some like fire on their butts and like just like push them. But they lost that week. And like the Packers, like, I don't know. It's just, I think that hurt the Eagles more than anything. And then because of that, the Bears essentially like took advantage of it. And like now they're moving on. They have, because they're high seed, they have the home field advantage for a while. It's cold this time of year, obviously. The Chicago is not a warm place at this time of year. I mean, neither is honestly Green Bay or Minnesota either, but like, yeah, the Bears,
bro,
I don't trust. Like, I like the Rams. I still think they're more dangerous than like anybody else.
Man, how dangerous they look last week against the Panthers that pushed them.
And obviously we'll
talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. This game, obviously reviewing this game, and obviously the first half, it kind of knocked me down a peg, right? But when I thought, it kind of almost knew that the Bears were going to win this game or had an opportunity to win this game, it was Jeff Hafley in his press conference, and he said, We're gonna win. I'll see you next week. And he hit the podium. I'm like, like that. And then some of the players saying we want the Bears. Like that's not the type. You don't want to give this type of team that type of bulletin board material. You don't want to do that. You don't want to say, oh, we've got them. It was just, and to me, and we'll talk about this as well, but Trevor, I think this is more an indictment on Matt LaFleur and his leadership of the team. Like you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I said if I ever wanted to fire him before, that was it. Like right there, like just the way the second half went. If I ever, because I always thought like it ain't him, but he don't have control over them. Like he doesn't. He's a great coach, but some about like those second. I mean, I'm not feeling like the classless way Ben Johnson is going about it. I do feel that way. Like if I was a coach, I would say like, yeah, fuck the Packers, word. But I just feel like like you're good. You're a good coach. You know what I'm saying? Like just people, you're gonna make a lot of enemies that way. And then people gonna start hitting your players on their knees and all that.
Well, okay, let's get into that then. Obviously, Trevor, I'm going to give you the kind of the first comments on that. Obviously, Ben Johnson came in and said that, and he started off with the handshake, right? And I'm not really a fan of AI, but AI kind of did some fun things with that, where it's kind of drop kicking him and all that. But you look at this, and this is a real thing. There was a petition by some Packer fans to have Ben Johnson apologize for that icy post-game handshake. And so, I mean, what are your thoughts on, number one, Trevor, the handshake, and number two, a coach coming in and saying that?
Yeah, I just think it's embarrassing. I guess pun intended, embarrassing. But no, in all honesty, okay, the handshake's one thing. His comments after it's just he's trying to win over your fan base and listen, the amount of I don't know. You tell me, Andy, how many people come into your comments as Packer fans and are really rude, like really rude. I get so many Bears fans that are rude, like, and my response is, stay classy, Chicago, and you just can't. You can't. I think your fan base is so angry and so bitter and have been beaten down for so long, and it's like them against the world, and it's like, and their world is literally the Packers, and like I literally had Andy. I'm not making this up. Okay, I had a guy come in and says, I don't care if we win another game. We won our Super Bowl this week. And I'm like, holy crap. You guys won your Super Bowl on the wild card weekend. Like, now I know that you're not like that. Okay. So what I'm saying is this is the fan base that I'm dealing with on a regular basis, coming and F the Packers and all this garbage. And then your coach goes in and does the exact same thing. And I just think it's not classy. I don't think it's professional. I don't think it, but it doesn't matter, because what happened was you beat us. And so now it just adds fuel to the fire. It increases the rivalry. Okay, yada, yada, yada. I like Matt LaFleur, and his responses are much better, much more professional. I just like him. I'm more proud of him than I would be of Ben, but I get you guys are, I mean, this is your rally cry. This is you guys trying to be like Dan Campbell, and you're not. But that's what you're trying to be. It's like, oh, you're trying to fire up the boys. And he did. He just did it in a way. And it doesn't matter, because everyone's going to say, oh, RevTrev, you're crying. And you just asked me my honest opinion, and I told you what it is. And you guys can live whatever way you want, right? But I'm not a fan of it. I think it's embarrassing. But, it is what it is. It's a rivalry.
Well, here's the thing. I've been surprised by a lot of things online this week. Number one, obviously, there for the most part, I think there have been Packer fans that have been, congratulatory in it, but obviously some coming after me as well. But what I've been surprised by are a couple fan bases that I didn't think would kind of be back in this conversation, but Lions fans coming after the Bears, saying, oh, classless this, classless that. I'm like, come on. Dan Campbell.
Don't talk, though. Dan don't talk.
He talk about biting kneecaps.
But
like,
no. That's different. That's different.
How is that different?
But biting kneecaps, he's just saying that's how hard we're going to play. That wasn't F the Packers. That was at a press conference. When he first got
this
hired.
year.
It's different than F Andy. It's like,
wow.
He said like F football. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing.
Well, here's what I can understand from Ben Johnson, right? Okay, so he has been lockstep with the owner, and we have lost to the Packers so many times, right? And it's time for us to take over the narrative of this rivalry, and that's part of it. We had Eberflus going to a basketball game with Matt LaFleur and playing footsies together. Like, I don't want that, right? I mean, I wanted a coach that wants to win. And Matt Eberflus, I mean, he did some good things on defense when he was here, but obviously not in Dallas. But I want a coach that wants to win.
You got fired and everything.
You got fired. Yeah.
I want a coach that
one of the worst defenses.
I want a coach that can command the locker room, and obviously he's done that. He knew he knows exactly what these players needed to hear, and all of them are saying that this is the most fun that they've had on a team. They're so tight knit, well, that number one, that's absolutely number one, that we want it. But number two, you have players that come out and they say that we wanted the Bears. Like, okay, that's disrespecting. All right, you don't do that. I mean,
why is that disrespectful?
Shit, I want the Bears.
I don't think that's disrespectful.
Like, I see what they do. I see, like, if you gotta, they gonna come back, they gonna roar back. They got enough talent on, on offense. They should be able to. We know if we get up, we just gotta stay up. You know what I mean? And the Packers couldn't stay up.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too. Like, Andy, this petition, that's stupid. Like, what are fans doing? Let's stop it. Stop it. Like, that's embarrassing for our fan base. Oh, he didn't shake his hand right. Now that's like, come on, man. I didn't like it either, but like, I'm like, oh, cool. Here we go. This is getting a little more intense. Let's do this. I mean, because really the rivalry hasn't been a rivalry. So now there's a rivalry. This is great.
Speaking of rivalry,
whatever you want.
Undisputed here for loser fans. Hey, we're all winners here. We're in the NFC North. Some of us just win a little bit more now, and that's my team.
Yeah, you got the juice now.
I am fired up tonight. Tell you what, yeah, I mean, you're right, Trev. The petition is stupid, right? It's a rivalry.
I'd rather talk about the game itself, because like these kind of things are just like they're neither here nor there. I know I get it's clickbait and stuff. People want to, they got to complain about, like, that's why I said if we win, and I said we were going to win by 1 point, Bears fans were going to be like complaining about the refs, right? Because that's what all loser teams do. They complain about the refs, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that means you're complaining about the refs? That means you lost, right? And so I started seeing a little bit of that happening after the game. There's that Gary one, like, how come this isn't, but at the end of the day, there was plays that they didn't capitalize on. For example, Van Ness getting the tackle on there. He should have, if we got that ball, that's game over, right? Mm-hmm. There's little things like that. Like the Hooper interception was insane. I'm like, how did we not win the game after that? It's just because it's poor execution, right? The game itself was phenomenal, but Andy, I know you already mentioned this, but I just want to give your fan, like, you as a fan, like, I'm really excited for you, okay? But like that throw that Caleb made, that was what, 4th and 3?
4th and 8.
Oh, 4th and 8. Okay, 4th and 8. I'm sitting there going, okay, guys, like, he's on the run, and I get that but they made him go the opposite way. And he throws the dime, and I'm like, dang nabbit, that pass. And I'm like, oh, great. Now they got momentum.
Now he has to hear Andy next week.
Now they're going. And I'm like, uh-oh. And we still could have won the game. We still could have won the game, which is wild. But that throw was clutch. And I know they call him Iceman and all that stuff. That's cool. But that was amazing. And I'm sitting there going, dang it, that looks like the Rodgers moment. That looks like, you know what I mean?
It's the Cowboys.
Yeah. My favorite kind of mashup of that is watching that, and then Christian Watson on the sideline. He watched that and he said, bro, what? Like, you see players just like, appreciating just an amazing play. I think that's, hey, I love it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there were plays to be made on both sides.
Totally. And it was an entertaining game. Like, it was a tale of two halves. And really, at the end of the day, we had an opportunity to win and we didn't. And everyone wants to blame Jordan Love. Okay. Everyone's saying, see, Jordan Love can't do it. It's like, okay, let's talk about that for a second. Jordan Love goes 323 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, okay? If you told me at the beginning of the game he's going to have those stats, I'm going to say we win, right? So all these people that want to blame Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love, it's ridiculous to just blame it on those two guys. First of all, Jordan Love should not be in the blame game. Second of all, are we not going to talk about Jeff Hafley? I know he's the poster boy. 25 points in the fourth quarter is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, like, how do you do that? And it's honestly like, I'm sitting there like, there's no one that should lose this lead. 25 points? And everyone's like, oh, and he is good. He's been great, but he's gone. He's definitely taken a different job now. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way he's coming back. And it's like, okay, and we're 0-5 now without Parsons. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a big deal, right? And I'm not saying, hey, listen, Caleb earned it. The Bears earned it. It sucks. I hate it. I'm so sick and tired of this stupid Bears team thinking that they're amazing. I wanted to win just so that I could see them melt down. But it is what it is. And we were the ones that didn't come out clutch. We had every opportunity, and it was very frustrating. And here's the last thing. We could not run the ball in the second half. We could not run the ball. So the Bears defense came up huge. And I don't know, there's a lot of criticism towards our O-line, and I get that. But why, when you have a guy like Josh Jacobs, by the way, returned the first kick, his first ever kick, and he fumbles like, yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going through. Oh no, he fumbled it.
Why do you do that in the playoffs? I do not understand.
He got snuck. He got him from behind. He said, right? He was going.
Yeah.
That was not a, and that's the thing. I think special teams, huge.
What is this? So, what is this? Get rid of this. Get rid of this. This is
Mac.
This is just objectively wrong. Stop with this.
But it is true, right? We didn't have him, but that's okay. You guys, there's guys you didn't have, but he is a difference maker. We're missing him. It's just like if in the Super Bowl we didn't have Clay Matthews, right?
Mm-hmm. Or Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson really got hurt.
He did. So last week I did say that one of the keys, if Jordan Love threw too much, I think the Packers might lose. Now, he ended up with 46 passing attempts. And I think, they're just not built to come from behind like that. I just don't think, obviously you guys still have the opportunity. Christian Watson dropped that, it was a close pass. There were a couple drop passes toward the end there. But just kind of seeing the difference, and I'm going to give Jordan Love props. He balled out, all right, for a good portion of the game. 4 touchdowns. I mean, that Matthew Golden touchdown, I was like, oh my gosh. I said, well, at least we kept it close. I mean, that was Matthew Golden looking like an all-pro there, and on that run, just the way he was running there.
Good too.
What's that?
Romeo Dobbs played good.
Romeo Dobbs, yes. And so all of that, he played well, right? But on that last play with him trying to direct traffic, he just did not look like what are you doing? Like he looked lost.
He didn't look right at all.
Well, you're right. You're right. But I think the emergence of Golden gets us excited for the future. I also think this is where the Matt LaFleur thing I don't understand is at the end. When they were running out everyone to go do that, they didn't have Chris Brooks, who's our receiving back. They put in Emmanuel Wilson. I'm like, what? On that last play, if you go look, there's Emmanuel Wilson in the end zone. I'm like, this guy doesn't catch the ball. Like what are we doing here, right? So. But we had every opportunity there. Like, we had enough time to do it, but that 10-second runoff and the injury sucked.
Yeah.
That 10-second runoff sucked for us, right? So it was rough.
Absolutely.
But right, Jaden Reed said that he didn't sleep all night. He's been thinking about that drop pass. He's thought about that drop pass till 5 a.m. He couldn't sleep, and he's just so disappointed in himself. And That's how much that this game and this rivalry meant to Jaden Reed. Like that's crazy. It was a bad pass to Christian Watson across the middle. That's where Jordan Love should have hit him, you know. But you know, again, credit to the Bears. They came back. What are you guys, the cardiac bears or something they call them? Right? Is that what they call you
cardiac
guys?
Caleb's.
Cardiac Caleb? Okay, it makes sense.
Tell you what, all right. I do want to obviously we'll kind of move on as well. You know, lots of great talk, lots of great comments, and I want to bring in first before we get to the next thing, I want to bring in Blaine Grisek, I believe. He is a Rams guy, and obviously, you know, we're gonna get your takes on the upcoming game. But what was your take on the Bears-Packers game, Blaine?
I think it's a testament to what the Bears have done all year. I think they have now, 7 games now where they've come back from behind and won within the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. They're just a team that absolutely never quits. And it was a fantastic wild card game and what was a pretty great wild card weekend for the NFL. And yeah, I'm sure Packers fans are disappointed and on what is potentially a shift in that rivalry a little bit.
So I love the shift in the rivalry. And I don't know, like Trevor, like on online, I don't know if Packers know how to handle themselves. Like it's kind of like that Ricky Bobby when he's in that interview is like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Packers are kind of like they don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, we rarely lose to you. That's why. We've never lost to you in the playoffs. Like this is new for us, Andy. This just in. We don't lose to you guys. So yeah, it happened. I think that the comment by Miles there says as soon as Cooper went out, they didn't get another stop. It was like watching a slow motion train wreck. And I think that is a really good point that I haven't thought about enough. Is that's a big difference there. And they didn't get the stops they needed. So, but hey, you guys were clutch. There was that pass, that play to DJ Moore was really nice. Like I was like, dang, nabbit. Like, how did we? But he was faking the wide receiver option or whatever, and went. Yep. That was, I mean, that's Ben Johnson. That's Caleb Williams. That's DJ Moore. That's sitting there going, wow, good job. That sucked for me. I was like, dang it, this could be over now.
What I love is kind of looking at and hearing at not only that, but the 2-point conversion and how good Ben Johnson schemed that up. Like he knew that Colston Loveland was a matchup, problem for the Packers in that when they finally audibled out. I mean, Colston Loveland. I mean, he's a superstar. He's really a lot of Packer fans, on draft night said we should have taken Tyler Warren. We should, and obviously Tyler Warren had a great season. But Colston Loveland, once he started, getting a hang of the offense and obviously getting over a shoulder injury, this guy is, I mean, he might be the next Kelsey. I'm just saying. I'm not saying what I'm just saying.
I mean, after one season, sure.
You said that about Stan Laporta.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. All right, and
better than Hawkinson. How about that?
Better than Hawkinson. All right, to the victor go the spoils, and obviously the Bears and the Rams are moving on, and I want to obviously the Rams Twitter is quite interesting. And obviously it's been pretty friendly, so I wanted to, bring a Rams perspective in here. And so Blaine, I've definitely interviewed you before, definitely interacted with you before, and definitely appreciate you coming on. So as we kind of get into this game, tell everybody kind of where they can find you and kind of what you're about.
Yeah, you can find me over on Twitter at @BGreasackTST, and then I write for Turf Show Times, which is the SB Nation Rams website. I find all my written work over there, and then just kind of been a Rams fan since the greatest show on turf, and went through a pretty dark period there for a little bit in the mid 2000s, and Sean McVay has us kind of looking pretty good here over the last decade or so. And I think after the last kind of 2 years, they've been kind of retooling a little bit, and they're kind of finally in a spot now to make another run in Stafford's final couple of years here, and hopefully they can lift the Lombardi Trophy for a second time.
Yeah, I mean, talk about that just kind of it brought something back. What did Sean McVay and your GM say about the draft picks?
Which one specifically? I guess
a few years ago when they traded.
Oh, F them picks, yeah, F them picks.
Yeah, yes.
Picks.
I think we need to bring that back out and see if Packer fans will go after you for that.
It's different, man.
It's different. It's not different. Come on. It's competitive. I mean, you loved it in the moment. In the moment, it brought the Rams a Super Bowl. I mean, Blaine, you weren't mad when they said that, were you?
No, I mean, if you can trade a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks for a player like Matthew Stafford, a player like Jalen Ramsey, a player like Micah Parsons. I mean, the Micah Parsons trade is looking absolutely fantastic until he got hurt. So I fully expect him to do that at full strength next year and to continue making that trade look good. But I mean, I think too many teams kind of get complacent. I mean, you look at a team like. I hate to point fingers here, but you look at a team like Detroit. They've needed a pass rusher opposite of Aiden Hutchinson now for 2 years, and Brad Holmes, who comes from that Rams building, ironically, has done absolutely nothing. You look at a team like Buffalo, that again, a team that's kind of been right on the cusp of breaking through, and Billy Bean or Brandon Bean has just kind of sat there and just kind of gone through the same old. And so I fully respect that the team is willing to kind of put their chips in the middle and gamble a little bit.
And obviously, I think between Sean McVay and Ben Johnson, so far this week, from what I've heard, it's just kind of nothing but respect and nothing but kind of going back and forth. Obviously, Packer fans are still trying to interject themselves and say, well, maybe LaFleur is going to help his brother out on the staff for the Rams and give the Rams everything they need to beat us. But tell you what, I mean, I think when you look at the Rams, I mean, they've got the players defensively. I'm a little worried about that. So what are some of your keys for the game, Blaine, for the Rams against them?
I think for starters, it kind of goes back to something that I talked about right when I jumped on was the Rams have to play 4 quarters. I mean, this is a Bears team, that they will come back on you. They just in a blink of an eye. And the Rams have lost games like that this year. You go back to week 3 against the Philadelphia Eagles, they're up 26-7 in the third quarter, and they end up losing. They end up losing that game 33 to 26. And then you go to week 16 more recently to the Seahawks, and they're up 30-14 there in the fourth quarter. Give up a long punt return, 3 straight 2-point conversions, and end up losing that game in overtime. And this is a Bears team that will capitalize on that if you fall asleep there down the stretch. And then I think just offensively protect the football. I mean, this is a Bears defense that it's not very good, but they are very opportunistic. I think they're second in the league in turnovers. So I mean, as long as they protect the football, they should be fine.
7th letter. I mean, are you in on my Bears this week?
It's probably out of everybody left in the playoffs, it'll be your hardest game because I don't think nobody else in the NFC can really. I don't know. It's just the way y'all play. This ain't the Packers. They run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep on running the ball. They're a little physical too. And sometimes y'all act like y'all don't like that too much. So the difference between them is that I don't think they'll let you come back because they'll keep running the ball. Matthew Stafford has ice in his veins. That's my son. So he has ice in his veins. And even if he does get down, he's still a make a throw at the end. He's not afraid either. Him and Caleb are similar in that regard. Yeah, they like to play playground hero ball too. That's what Matt used to do with us. So He's on a better organization now. The way they use Puka Nacua against y'all in the secondary did have all that talent. Y'all be looking crazy sometimes.
Well, Jalen's not 100%. All right.
All right,
He said he will be.
So they're going to get their ass bust this week. If they don't play great, it's just the way they use them. Like the way they use their wide receivers like as tight ends. Like they bring them in close. They pass out of run formations real well. And that's kind of how, you could bother the Bears a little bit. Because I don't know, y'all got a lot of talent, but for some reason, people get a lot of passing yards on y'all. Only reason why y'all keep this close, Matthew Stafford has a problem with throwing touchdowns still in the red zone. Still has the same, but he should do that with us too. So that's the only thing. Like that right there is would have keep the game close. And if y'all get the ball last, y'all been making miracles in the fourth quarter of the last freaking 8 weeks. So I can see that possibly happening again. So,
well, I have a question, and obviously, you look at, Matthew Stafford in cold weather. I think he was 1-8-1. He has not done well in cold weather. Number one,
and he hurt his hand last week.
So, Blaine, what are you hearing about his hand, Matthew Stafford's hand?
I think he's being pretty mum about it. I guess. I mean, I don't think you expect a player to come out and say, "Oh yeah, that's something that bothered me on Sunday." He's the exact opposite. Since allegedly he'll be fine. I would expect him obviously to play. He's not going to miss a game by any means. I think it's just a sprain. That could be affected in the cold weather, obviously, but. I mean, if I'm making a list of things I'm concerned about on Sunday, it's not Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's one of the more he's one of the pieces of the Rams offense that I'm very confident in. There's a reason why he started the season throwing 28 straight touchdowns to 0 interceptions. He still throws a great ball. If it's windy at Soldier Field, I don't see his ball having issues cutting through it by any means. Mm-hmm. I would expect this Rams offense to get into 13 personnel as they have the entire second half of the season, and their offensive line that they're supposed to hopefully get Kevin Dotson back on Sunday, which is huge for their run game. So I would expect them to lean into the run game a little bit and try to just kind of remain efficient in the passing game.
So, kind of going back, obviously, this is another big game, and I want to bring you in on this, Dre. So, in 2018, it was the Minneapolis Miracle. So we're just having the anniversary of that coming up here now. And who was the quarterback of the Vikings that day?
I can't key him.
Case Keenum, all right.
Yeah.
What team is he on now?
Last I think it was on Houston. I think the last I actually was paying attention to him.
He is on the Chicago Bears, and he actually talked to the team.
He was starting for the Vikings though at the time. He's not.
No. I'll get to the connection here. All right. So he talked about obviously that was just a monumental win. And he talked about the next game. What happened the next game to the Vikings?
Blew out.
They had one really good drive. One.
Okay, so when you have such an epic win, such an emotional win, it's easy to get down the next game. Yeah. And so on Chicago radio, they're talking about how Case Keenum talked to the team this week about obviously this was an emotional win, a huge win. About the next game now with the Rams not being let down, right? So I think having that experience and just having all these different veterans and younger players all mixing together. I mean, I know most of you probably aren't going to be in on my Bears this week, but hey, I'm just telling you, this team is different. So, Trevor, are you in on my Bears?
There are two elite teams in the NFC, okay? Seahawks and Rams. So the Bears have an opportunity to beat one of those teams out and prove to the world that they belong. I'm picking the Rams because I hate the Bears. I'm cheering for every team that the Bears play against. I cannot stand your team. So I'm all in. I'm Stafford's biggest fan this week. I love Puka Nacua. Devontae Adams is going to score 3 touchdowns against you. Like it's going to be glorious. So yes. To answer your question, yes or no? Yes, I'm in on the Rams, and I think they win the game.
Who here is a Star Wars fan? All right,
I'm
so
not answering this until I hear what you're saying.
so that moment right there, it was when Anakin turned into Darth Vader. I think Trevor.
My lightsaber just went red, right?
I mean, like Trevor is this nice Packer fan, and right there he just like the switch flipped, and the eyes went angry. Red. The eyes went red, and if the Bears pull this off, I mean, Trevor, next week, you're going to be around next week, right?
No, I'm not. And it's because I have a meeting next week that I can't be there. But you know me, I won't hide. Yeah. I'll be there, and I'll make another stupid video. I was wrong, but I'm not going to be wrong this week. The Lions should have swept you guys. We should have beat you all 3 games, and the Rams are not losing. I'm telling you that right now for free.
Here's the thing. Like I love it that now Lions fans know that we're the hunted. Packers fans know that we're the hunted. Even Commanders fans know that the Chicago Bears, are the hunted team. Everybody wants to be us. And even I feel like the Rams are like, everybody wants to be the Chicago Bears. Everybody wants to be around Caleb Williams. It's just as like you got Wheezy online, giving him props. Come on.
Man, get up out of here, man. Y'all ain't played. Listen, man. Y'all listen. This season has fell into like the perfect. It was an easy ass schedule to begin with. You caught the Eagles slipping. That's the best team you beat. The Packers, you caught them when they was slipping and hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like the path has just been so light, and y'all just won. Like one of them was like pure luck. This one was kind of lucky too. Like I want to see y'all top to bottom. Like man, they clearly better. And that the only game y'all played from like front to back y'all lost. When y'all played San Francisco, they hurt. They beat y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't like even if
we were one play away from winning that game. One play.
But it doesn't matter. You lost. When you play somebody, you lost. So when you play, like it's just if y'all make it to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be so sick, yo. Oh my God, yo, because that's how that was last year for me. It was perfect. It was laid out for me. I would have won. But we got too hurt.
Do you know what team has not had a first place schedule? The Green Bay Packers have not had that first place schedule. And obviously Packer fans coming at me, saying we run the North. You haven't won a division since 2021. Get out of here, Packer fans, with that. Now a team that has won it, the Vikings have won it, but I think the Vikings are a little bit nicer. Rams are kind of
they wasn't. No, they wasn't. You know how they was acting. That's when we first met. No, they wasn't. They were evil. They were tyrants. No, they wasn't.
The Vikings were tyrants?
Yes. When they was having them easy comeback, win by 2 games like y'all. Remember? And they was bombs, and we beat the shit out of them in Detroit the second time.
Yeah, what happened this year, though?
It was horrible, yo. It was hard.
What happened this year? What happened this year?
Man, we couldn't do nothing with this year. It was hurt.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give some of my keys here. Obviously, from what I'm looking at online, number one, I think the Bears could exploit the Rams linebackers. And Blaine, are you kind of worried about that as well? From what you know of your team.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about the secondary, especially DJ Moore. He's pretty good with those contested catches. Those are exactly the types of wide receivers that the Rams have struggled with all season. I am absolutely terrified about how the Rams are going to defend Colston Loveland. He's he was one of my favorite players coming out of the draft last year, and he's really caught on here in the second half of the season. Rams do have Quentin Lake back. He had a kind of a rough first game back from injury last week, but I'm sure the Rams put Lake on him. But I mean, Nate Landman has been very good against the run this year. Has I think six forced fumbles, I think. But yeah, it's just that entire back end is and how we're going to defend that Ben Johnson and Caleb defend that Ben Johnson offense and Caleb Williams and those receivers. Yeah, it's I'm very concerned about that for sure. Yeah.
Well, because, when I look at the Rams, I have been concerned about Jared Verse with 7.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles. Byron Young, 12 sacks. Kobe Turner, 7 sacks. But it seems like toward the end of the season, it's been coming apart. The defense is allowing 27 plus points per game. The final three of their final 4 games. So obviously 31 points against the Panthers. So, I mean, a little bit worried about the defense, but I mean, you haven't really performed all that well lately. And as we know, a lot of it is momentum. And obviously the Bears have momentum. The Rams are coming in. Home field advantage makes a difference. It absolutely makes a difference. I mean, the Bears players talked about how that the atmosphere really helped them in this game and with the Packers. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. It's going to be bear weather. So let's go ahead. Blaine, what is your score prediction for this game?
I want to say it's going to be a shootout because these are 2 great offenses. The defenses are kind of are kind of lackluster, but I think the cold could probably slow down the offenses a little bit. I kind of see the Rams jumping out to a decent lead, maybe 24-6 or something. And then the Bears do what the Bears do, and they maybe come back and take a 27-24 lead, and then we get a classic Matthew Stafford fourth quarter game-winning drive in the playoffs to send the Rams to the NFC Championship game. So I'll go Rams 31, Bears 27.
31-27. Okay, yeah. Absolutely. All right. So what about you, Dre?
I mean, I think it's gonna be tough, for either team, honestly. The Bears, they've been honestly kind of a dark horse. I think they've been playing decently. They've been clutch. I will say if Caleb Williams pulls off another kind of clutch victory, I do think they'll going into next season. That is a huge thing. That is just a Josh Allen, Mahomes type of quality that you can't not trust him to play through the 4 quarters. Having said that, as much as the Ewoks were as a benefit to the Rebels versus the Empire, at the end of the day, Lando Calrissian was the reason why it came down to the victory. So I will say that the Rams, I think, will pull it out. Just their defense is really good. Verse, I think, is just he's a really good defensive line player, and they have a really, really, really good defense. And I mean, Matthew Stafford has been, I think, even with when Puka got injured, when Adams got injured, he was still putting up really good numbers with, I don't even know who the second and third, or actually third and fourth stringer receivers are offhand.
Whittington and what is it? Whittington and
Kanate Mumfield and Jordan Whittington and Xavier Smith.
What's Tutu Atwell?
Tutu Atwell, they're paying him $10 million to sit on the bench.
Yeah, and the fact that all of them could put up decent numbers, even that shows. I just think that they have a better team. Having said that, I'm gonna also go back to the home field advantage in the cold weather, but I do think the Rams win. Very close.
You had me in the first half there.
Yeah.
All right, 7th letter.
All right. So, because this is a perfect storm again. Matthew Stafford's hand is hurt. And I remember when he played for us, I think it was 2014-15. and we were playing. That's when we had all those comebacks the year after Calvin Johnson retired, and we played the Bears, and he hit his hand on a helmet, and after that game, he just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same velocity on the ball. He's playing in Chicago in the cold with a hurt hand. Matthew Stafford relies on, touch, and he could throw the fastball. He's going to have to. The Bears do have a good secondary. The way they play defense, he's going to have to, hit those holes. Kind of going to see the same kind of defense he saw last week with the good cornerbacks and a good defensive pressure up front. So it depends on how the hand is. I'm Pat, and historically, he just hasn't. When his hand is hurt, his fingers, he don't play that good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, unfortunately, have to pick the Bears.
Love that.
With another comeback, because in the beginning, they're going to go up because Caleb don't know how to play within a system. He's best playing hero ball, and the Rams defense showed that, the Panthers pushed them last week. And, I wouldn't consider the Panthers the most explosive offense I've ever seen, but the Bears do have, good pieces on offense that can exploit that secondary. The front four is great for the Rams. That secondary is kind of, linebackers kind of, so I don't know. I'm going to go with the Bears, unfortunately.
Love that.
24. No. Probably like 31-30 field goal.
31-30. All right. Seventh letter. All right. Now, one interesting thing, obviously, the Rams have a very familiar player on their team, Devontae Adams, and he was interviewed, and obviously he said that if Packer fans get something out of this, then great. Obviously, he's playing for the Rams. He's going to win it for the Rams. But, Trevor, you got Packer fans rooting for the Rams for spite. Like, this is not a place where I expected Packer. Well, I did, because I knew this would happen. But, Packer fans rooting for the Rams for spite. I mean, you don't have that spite. You're going to go with my Bears, right?
Well, this is the thing. I will never, ever expect you as a Bears fan to ever cheer for the Packers.
Fair,
why would I expect that?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
So this idea that we're all of a sudden going to cheer for the Bears is absolutely asinine. It's like, there is no way. I want you guys to go 0-17 every year. Like, that's what I want. So it doesn't change in the playoffs. It doesn't change. If you guys make the Super Bowl, I'm not cheering for you because you're in my division. Nothing's changed. So I wouldn't expect, you're not going to cheer for my Packers next year when we make the Super Bowl. So what's the difference, right? Or the Lions, or I've seen you switch, and you've been cheering for the Lions. I actually don't mind the Lions. Most Packers fans hate the Vikings too. But I find for me, Lions are okay. I mean, they win a couple divisions and division titles, and we're good, but I don't know. Why would you expect that? I don't think the Rams are. I think the Rams are elite. It's not even that I'm not picking it because I hate the Bears. I literally think that the Rams are going to win. If I thought the Bears were going to win, I'd pick the Bears. But I'm not picking the Bears because I think the Rams are better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Rams have had, the clout that the Bears have not had. Everybody's been doubting the Bears, and I get it. I mean, the Rams have been struggling, and I think Stafford, to me, the biggest key is Stafford's hand, and how will he do in cold weather. But you look at McVay, and obviously talking about, some of the things that he does, obviously they're really, physical with the running. So I think seventh letter, you brought that up. I'm a little bit worried about that. If we're going to be able to stop the run, we have been doing a little bit better with that. Booker and some of these players have been stepping up. And all of the pre-snap movements that McVay does, I think you look at McVay, and actually they asked Ben Johnson this because obviously, Stafford came. Not Stafford, sorry. Goff came from the McVay system. And actually, when Ben Johnson was doing the offense, he put a lot of the things in for Goff that came from McVay, right? And so he talked about that. And so I think a lot of the pre-snap movements, it's really going to test the Bears defensively. And so the biggest thing I think is going to be how the Bears defense can hold up, because if we can get stops like we did in the second half, if Dennis Allen can start making the turnovers, because everyone, I mean, you're not, bringing up Trevor, obviously you talked about, some of the possible interceptions. We're forgetting that the Bears had an opportunity to get on a couple of fumbles with the Packers, and we did not. And Caleb even threw an interception. Obviously, it was on 4th down, right? And so we had all these things. And, we maybe would have run away with that game. All right. So the Bears have an opportunity if we take care of the ball and then we take the ball away from the Rams. Now, obviously, the Rams, you have a Puka Nacua, and you just have to try to contain him on defense. So if we can at least get some stops and
throw it to you.
What's that?
Stafford will throw it to you. You don't mind.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at this actually being this is going to be Caleb's most complete game as a pro, and I think he is going to step up from start to finish in this game, and I think the Bears are going to win 27-24. And a lot of it's going to be just Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams coming together from the start to finish, say, this is what we need to do. We need to maybe move the pocket a little bit. And then defensively, Dennis Allen, we do have, I'm a little worried, but we do have CJ Gardner-Johnson back. He's been good. He's been bad. Yeah. So I'm a little worried overall, but you know what? It's all frosting from here. All right.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Why we always got to go like there? It's all frosting, man. Get out of here. It's time to go to bed, man.
It almost is, actually. Yeah. So I'm thinking the Bears win. Blaine, would you be surprised if the Bears won this week?
I would not be surprised if the Bears won at all. It absolutely would not shock me. I think these are going to be two very evenly matched teams. And yeah, I think whoever wins is going to be deserving and give whoever wins against the 49ers and Seahawks a run for their money in the NFC Championship.
I tell you what, I mean, obviously, played the Seahawks. The Seahawks very well could be the best team in this division. And obviously, if the Bears win or the Rams win, kind of going forward, it's going to be a tough game. I just don't see the 49ers with how hurt they are, beating the Seahawks. But obviously, but it's going to be 49ers have Shanahan's a good coach as well. So I think he's going to have the team ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every time Shanahan's made the playoffs, I think they've made it to the NFC Championship now. Every time they've that he's taken the 49ers to the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see.
So, all right. Well, definitely appreciate everyone coming on. Lots of stuff. Obviously, I'm still celebrating here. And
all red and shit.
I'm still basking in this glow of this unexpected season. Obviously, I thought they were going to win. I didn't think that it was going to be this exciting. But hey, bear down. Thanks everyone for commenting. As we close out, you can find me on NFL Outdated on YouTube X. You can find me on Twitter X. You can find me on YouTube. Find me on us on TikTok at the Freezin 4 pod. Find me on Instagram and all of the socials. Definitely follow us, comment, like, subscribe. Lots of stuff still to come as the playoffs go on. As we close out, Dre, where can everyone find you? Oh,
sorry, I was muted on my mic. Yeah, you can hit me up on X, Twitter, at Skullman Sports. I love talking, obviously, Vikings football. Generally not so much right now because we're out, but Minnesota sports in general. I love talking about it. So yeah, looking forward, if anything, to off season and the fun aspects of all that. So yeah, hit me up. Thanks for having me on. Love being back, especially during this time. I'll be the one purple people eater here. So if anything,
definitely appreciate that. And, always glad having guests come on, especially giving us, little insights on non-NFC North teams, especially, opponent coming up. Blaine, I'm glad to have you. Where can everyone find you as we close out?
Yeah, thanks again for having me on. I appreciate it. You can find me over on Twitter X at BGreaseTST, and then, like I said earlier, all my written content over at turfshowtimes.com.
Very good. Definitely subscribe as well. Trevor, hey, I appreciate you coming on. You're one of my favorite Packer fans. So where can everyone find you as we close out?
You can find me everywhere, RevTrevNFL. I just made 4 preview videos for the all 4 matchups, so check them out, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Even though I just got restricted on Twitter. They're accusing me of something, like it's got a label. I'm like, what? Like me? Like, I just
You call somebody stupid again?
Oh, well, I mean, like, what's going on here? Like,
you're always calling somebody stupid.
I've never said F the Bears in my life. I've never said, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. So maybe check me out on the other stuff.
Always causing problems. So,
I don't know what's going on, man. I need some help.
I tell you what, you're killing it on TikTok. All the great stuff. So definitely follow, like, subscribe as well. 7th letter. Where can everyone find you?
7th letter 4. Twitter X, same OG, Instagram, Facebook. Enjoyed you guys. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Enjoy the games on Saturday and Sunday. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Like win, because we lost. You lose too. Probably up, man. Had a good time.
All right. Definitely appreciate it. Once again, this has been the Freezin for NFC North podcast. We will catch you next week, hopefully with a Bear win. Bear down. Let's get it, Bears. Let's keep this magical season alive. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Ooh.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.